So what I'm going to speak now is about my entrepreneur journey and how Interview Street became what it is right now, and the yeah, and and how hello, yeah, it's fine. Yeah. So how we started with Interview Street. So, as already mentioned, Interview Street is a technology company where in short, it's Facebook for programmers. That's what we call it, where programmers come, they like how you spend time in Facebook, like playing games and stuff. Here you code, it's programmers Facebook. And before we started Interview Street as this idea, we had a different idea. And we thought it is $1 million idea, and that was mock interviews. So how does it work? It's simple. So interviewers, like people working in multiple companies, people working in Google, Amazon, Facebook, they create mock interviews. And students who want to get job in Facebook, they apply for these interviews. The interview happens, and then the student pays for the interview. We take a cut, and we become rich. So we were naive, okay? So this was our idea at that time. Apparently, there were a few glitches. First one, none of the interviewers created interviews at all. And we were like, okay, what to do next? Don't panic. Call all our friends who are working in MNCs. Ask them to create interviews. Yeah, now it's going to work on. Next thing, students didn't apply for interviews. So the funny part is, everyone wants a job in Google, but no one wants to practice for that. Okay, they're like, okay, yeah, I'll read tomorrow, I'll read day after tomorrow, interview is gonna come 3 months later, I can manage stuff. But that never happens. And then the $1 million idea fails. So what happened after that is this. So we are expecting lots of people to, we were building a portal where interviews will happen every day and things will work automatically, so the whole workflow was built. We were expecting this, and actually we made 4,000 rupees in the first 15 months. So that were close to 10 odd interviews, all our close relatives, friends who wanted to try this out. And to tell you the truth, it is possible to live with 4,000 in the first 15 months. Like, you go to your home, you don't go out for any dinner or anything, just check off everything. It's Interview Street, and all you pay for is your internet bill, nothing else. Okay? And that is how we survived the first 1 year. And then we were like, okay, what to do next? Let's take up some projects outside. Let's code for others. Let's try to do some freelancing stuff and others. But the whole Interview Street was there. We never left it as it is. It was like we were trying to build, innovate lots of stuff on that. And yeah, so now we have started a project. You have moved on to like 15 months, and you have made awesome 4,000 bucks. And of that 4,000 bucks, first 1,500 goes for a treat, because that's your first revenue, and you have to give awesome treats to your friends. So first you are worried. You don't know what to do. Okay? You have all your, like, companies are people who are looking at you. They want to know like what Interview Street is going to be. Next, your parents are worried. They're like, what, pa, you won't get a girl to marry you if you're like this. Go join a MNC company. See, have a nice life. Take rest after 7 o'clock. Why can't you work from 9 to 6 and take rest after 6? Why do you want to work all the time and earn nothing out of it? Like, yeah, you can say what it is, and you can't really explain your startup to them. And they're like, yeah, I'm looking for things, but this will work out. Please give us some time. And it works out that way. And then your friends. So these people fall into a special category where they'll be like, they won't bug you, but they'll call up on Friday night and say, hey, let's go for a movie. Like, I don't have cash. How will I go for a movie? Okay, and I have some customers waiting for me for a mock interview. So you say, hey, I'll come on Saturday. Saturday, same thing happens. Hey, I'll come on Sunday. Hey, you know what? I can come on Sunday. Can we do it next Saturday? And after like 2-3 months, they're like, this idiot is never gonna come. I'm not calling him for movie, beach, nothing. No Goa trip, not for Hari. So this happens. But there's one person whom you can always trust. Will be like, you know what, things are screwing up. That's your co-founder. So you go to him like, hey, what? Nothing is working. What are we going to do? So he comes up with an awesome plan. Next day he comes and talks to you. Hey, you know what? Nothing is working. What are we going to do? I tell him some awesome plan. This goes on and on and on. And you iterate and iterate and iterate and finally come up with something which works. So this is what we did for the next 1 year. So it's like code, 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 nothing else. We never went out. It's like this is the way we used to sleep. We'll be like working and suddenly like, okay, fall asleep on your computer. I'm very sure like the programmers here would know what this means. And now this is where we are. So we launched Interviewstreet and we got people from NASA, White House, Microsoft, Zynga, these people who never spoke to us. And they were using the product like hell. I mean, suddenly I see the database, I see like, hey, Microsoft is using our product. Wow, awesome. So that's how it is. And this is the current status of our team. We have a team size of 6 members. Our company is worth $15 million today. And our revenues and customers are growing every day. And customers, I mean, they are happy customers. That's what matters for us. So how exactly did this happen? What made us move from mock interviews to this testing platform where people can come and take interviews? As it goes, behind every success story, there is a lady. Here also there is one. So there is this girl. So for mock interviews, we had a plan. 300 rupees, one interview, 1,000 rupees, one interview, one test, 2,000 rupees, one interview, and 4 tests. And that time we didn't have any testing platform. We just added up in our pricing plan to see how things work out. Now this lady called Priyanka, she comes up, pays us 2,000 rupees. We were like thrilled. Oh, that's 50% of our revenues, man, right? So we go call her up, Priyanka, why did you pay 2,000? What made you pay 2,000 to us? We're like, you have the test, right? I want to take test for Microsoft. Like, oh, great. Then we come back, build the test platform for her, and try to sell the same platform to Flipkart. They like it. Sell the same platform to Amazon. They like it. Then we are like, you know what? This test platform will sell. Companies, we save time for companies. They use it. Then go to Facebook. Even they also buy it. Nobody has said a no to us till now. So it's like, unless to figure out that we had the test platform and we didn't know that companies will pay for us. We were like trying out to do different stuff for college students, then to companies, and one of them clicked on us. So that is how, with a totally failure story from 4,000 rupees in the first 15 months, in the next 15 months, it's $15 million. And trust me, I didn't believe it's going to happen. It's not like I had a vision. It's not like I had a mission or something. I was just doing the same thing every day. Wake up, get up in the morning. Today, how am I going to survive? Today, how am I going to increase my revenues? And that's about it. That's all I used to think. I'll come up with 4 things, 4 ideas, iterate on that idea, and that's all it is. About failures, I really want to talk about this. I don't know if it goes with the topic. Me and my partner and all the people I have worked with, the successful people, right? When they're given a failure scenario, what they see is, what next? How are we going to move next? Right? They won't be like, okay, we are stuck up here, let's leave it and move to next. That's not the case they do. They'll be like, what to do next after this so that we can avoid this situation. And people ask me, from where did you even learn this thing? From how do you even think of what next? How can you totally ignore your failure and think about what next? Apparently, I learned it in my college. One thing is this. Okay, I mean, I'm not saying you should get arrear or supply. Trust me, it's not the thing I'm saying. When you fail, you have to tell your parents. You have to, think about the next sem where you have to write one more paper. And you plan all this. Apparently, when a customer doesn't take Interviewstreet, it's the same thought process I put in there. This guy didn't take it. So after 3 months, I have to go to him. And at that 3rd month, what new I should have so that I can pass that customer? That's exactly what we do. So we have a list of every customer has a cheat sheet. Last time I went to Google, I failed because of this issue. Google asked me for this feature, I didn't have, they didn't take us. Now, after 2.5 months, when I go to him, this feature should be there. We should not fail again for the same reason. This is one thing which helps us. I mean, I have got arrears and supplies, I accept it here, and that has helped me lots. And again, conditions apply. I'm not saying to get a arrear or supply, it's just that it has helped me. Same thing here. So things I have learned in college, you get an attendance shortage, you get like what to do after next. So all these failures, which kind of hamper your growth in college, later when you come to the real world, helps you a lot. Trust me, a lot. That's huge. Like, so when we take for someone, when we hire people in our company these days, first thing I ask him is, have you got a arrear anytime? He'll be like, yeah. So I ask him why he got his arrear. So if it is something like, I used to sit in the college lab all the time and code, I didn't worry about class, +1. If he says I went for movie all day, -1. So getting an arrear is not the way you fail, the reason for what you fail, whether it's something big you are trying to achieve or whether it's something, you're killing your time, that matters the most. So we failed in the first 15 months, but we are trying to figure out something. And that's exactly what we look for when we hire people today. And of course, the last one, where you learn lots and lots from a breakup. So looking at it, it looks like, so your first coffee, your first love, your first whatever it is, kind of fails. But you learn on it. You learn so much from it that you end up building on it. And your next product you build, your next thing is the next big thing which is going to happen. Okay? I think, so that's about with my slide. I'm not an awesome presenter as such. I'm a technical guy. I code for Interviewstreet. So ideally, given a chance, I prefer computers than people. So that's it with my slides. So what I want you guys to know is, have this what's next in your mind. What's next you're going to do. Today it might be a failure, but don't sit on that failure. What's next? That's what helped Interviewstreet, and I hope that helps you guys also. That's about it.